What's going on, you guys? Before we get into the video, I want to let you guys know that nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not your financial counselor. What you do with your money is up to you. You need to take responsibility for your buys and your sells. With that being said, let's get into the video. So today I want to talk about a concept that a lot of naysayers of Bitcoin and a lot of naysayers of crypto have for the crypto market. And that is that Bitcoin doesn't have any intrinsic value. Okay, that's always their scapegoat. Whenever you hear people debating about crypto or people debating about Bitcoin and whether or not it's valuable, whether or not it's not, is it better than gold? Is it better than, oil? Is it a real asset? You'll hear those types of arguments a lot. All right. And I think one thing that you guys need to keep in mind is that, guys, value is belief. Okay. When it comes to money and when it comes to intrinsic value, okay, people decide what is valuable and what isn't. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? So at a certain point in history, okay, people transacted with seashells. Okay. Some people transacted with, some people just bartered, right? They just bartered and they traded and they didn't even use currency at a certain point, right? Then gold was the store of value or the money because it was rare and it was valuable, right? Excuse me. And then governments came in and started to use their own currencies that were backed by gold. And then once the government currencies got off the gold standard, then we basically got to the point where governments are just printing infinite amounts of money. And because of the fact that only the bankers and all that have access to the money first, because they get access to the money first, essentially what that means is that you and most people around don't get that. You guys basically get hit by inflation more than people who are already at the top. Okay, and that's how the government currencies essentially keep people poor by printing infinite amounts of currency and making it very, very difficult for them to catch up. Okay, and I just went on a little bit of a rant there, but listen, guys, the idea of intrinsic value in money is, it's not necessary. Okay, I guess that's the point that I'm trying to say. Money, if the goal of an asset or if the goal of something is to be money, which means that it's the medium of exchange or a store of value that you can transact for goods and services in the economy. Okay, it doesn't need to be backed by anything, you guys. Okay, all that needs to happen by it is it needs to be secure. So it needs to be backed by code, I guess in Bitcoin's case, and it needs to be backed by math, which means that there needs to be a certain amount of coins and there needs to be a cap supply or some sort of aspect of scarcity in the instrument. Okay, which means that nobody can just print it infinitely, right? A lot of people don't understand this concept, and that's why they miss the mark with Bitcoin. Some of the smartest, most renounced Wall Street guys in the world don't understand this concept. That, guys, you don't, just because Bitcoin isn't backed, like just because Bitcoin isn't used to, isn't used for watches or something like that, like gold is, that doesn't mean it's not valuable, and it doesn't mean it's not useful. Okay, I can list a whole list of things that Bitcoin can do that gold can't. Okay, or at least real gold can, right? In Bitcoin, you can send $2 million across the world in 5 minutes with nobody's permission, okay? Try to do that with gold, right? Try to do that with gold. You can't do that with gold. Why? Because gold is physical, it's tangible. You would have to get airplanes full of gold and you would have to send it across the world in order to get that, in order to get that transaction through, right? And there's a lot of that, there would be a lot of upfront costs and things like this, right? Sorry guys, the video cut out for a second, but we're back. We're gonna pick up where we left off. Anyway, yeah, so you wouldn't be able to do that with gold, all right? you would have to take airplanes of gold or trucks full of gold, and you would have to send it across the world. And that's a lot more, that's a lot less efficient than something like Bitcoin. Okay. And so because Bitcoin isn't physical and tangible and it's not backed by anything, that's an advantage as well. Okay. After World War II, okay, the government confiscated gold. Bitcoin, you can't, I mean, unless you steal their keys, I guess they could confiscate the Bitcoin if they really wanted to. But in general, guys, Bitcoin being intangible and not being physical is an advantage in certain aspects as well. Okay. In fact, I would prefer that if it's money. Okay. Money doesn't need to be tangible, you guys. Okay. Things that need to be tangible are goods and services because they're actually in the world. Now, what you use to transact with those goods and services, say oil, think gold, if you want a gold watch, right? Because everybody talks about gold's intrinsic value. Like 80% of the gold out there, I mean, I don't know if that number is exactly correct. Don't come in and say, oh, it's not accurate, right? But a lot of gold out there in the world is used for like watches and Rolexes, which is vanity, right? Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that it's not like the majority of gold is even used for anything that's like useful anyways in a lot of cases, right? So the concept that I'm talking about is that value is belief, you guys. The only reason why we use dollars and the only reason why some people, especially older people like gold bugs, believe that Bitcoin doesn't have any value because it's not physical or tangible is just because they don't see the fact that if people see it as valuable and it's a useful tool and it's a useful instrument and it consistently works and it's secure and it's based on good math, it's going to do well. And that's why these guys are so confused all the time as to why Bitcoin outperforms all their shit. Right? They're confused. They don't know. They don't understand the asset. And so they're confused as to why Bitcoin is doing so much better than their stuff from bottom to top. Right? And that's why a lot of these guys will cherry pick time frames and say, oh, well, yeah, if you bought Bitcoin in 2021, then, you're down. Well, they can't say that anymore, but they said that for like a year and a half, 2 years. But yeah, you guys, so it's not, they're confused because they don't understand this concept that I'm telling you guys right now. Okay. We're moving into a digital age, you guys. Okay. We're moving into a digital age. This isn't going away. It's here to stay. Wall Street is buying our bags. BlackRock has admitted that they're wrong. Larry Fink has admitted that they're wrong. Right? You should do the same if you're still on the fence about Bitcoin and crypto, and you guys better get on this gravy train before it takes off and leaves you behind. Now, will there be dips? Sure, of course. Will there be bear markets? Yes, there will be. But if you guys are hesitant and you guys aren't at least trying to learn more about the space, you guys are making a huge mistake. Okay. Or you could delegate that responsibility to somebody like me, and you could pay me for coaching, and I can help you throughout your that aspect of your portfolio. And I'm very, very confident that you will that aspect of your portfolio will outperform every other investment that you have, right? Over time, if you DCA, not that's just because crypto is a lucrative market. Okay. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. All right. The whole intrinsic value argument is really, it doesn't really have a lot of like substance to it. People are just saying that just because they are coping, because they're mad because Bitcoin has done very, very well compared to the stuff that they bought, and they're being stubborn and they're just holding on to the fact that Bitcoin is not a physical thing, it's digital. Okay. Now think about it like this, you guys. Think about it like this. For you men out there, you guys are dating, right? And the girl, if a girl is giving you choosing signals out, right? And she's looking at you and she likes you and stuff like that. That's Bitcoin, right? That's Bitcoin. And you're not going up and saying hi, right? Right? If it would be me, I'd be like, hi, I'm Chase. Nice to meet you. That's it, right? and then you talk to her and you have a conversation. What you're doing, what you guys are doing, is you guys aren't doing that. You guys are just sitting there and not doing anything when it's looking at you right in the face, right? She wants you to go up and talk to her. Bitcoin wants you to go up and talk to her, right? But you're not doing it because you're being stubborn. No hate, but just don't, you miss every shot you don't take, okay? And in Bitcoin's case, this is a big shot that you're going to miss if you don't do this, okay? Think about throughout history. Bitcoin is essentially the new evolution of money, essentially, if you really think about it, all right? If you guys, a good book that you guys should read, I recommend, is called The Sovereign Individual, okay? Somebody very dear to me recommended that book to me. It's a great book, fantastic book. Highly recommend it. And so listen, guys. So in conclusion, we're moving into a digital age. Okay, with the digital age being moved, Bitcoin is essentially digital gold. It's a digital store of value. As the world is moving more digital, we need to adapt with the changes, and we need to take advantage of it while we can. Okay, if you do the math on the market cap of Bitcoin, so Bitcoin is essentially, if Bitcoin is digital gold and the world is moving more digital, which I think we can all agree on, right? If you calculate, let's say Bitcoin gets to parity with gold in market cap, okay, at some point, let's say 5 to 10 years or something, okay? If Bitcoin and gold's market cap are parity 1-to-1, because Bitcoin is digital gold and we're moving more digital, if it just gets paired to the current market to the current market cap of gold, the current one, all right, that would put Bitcoin at about $600,000, $650,000. All right, and that's just the current market cap, and gold's probably going to go up too. So at the point where Bitcoin and gold get parity 1-to-1, that's going to be even higher than that, 800,000. Now, will that happen anytime soon? No, it won't. Okay, but it will happen eventually. Okay, so guys, the message here is that it doesn't need to have any intrinsic, physical, tangible value in order for something to be useful and something to be effective for its purpose. And what Bitcoin's purpose is a store of value, and it doesn't need to be physical in order for it to do that job. In fact, it probably could be better if it wasn't backed by anything, and if it wasn't physical. I prefer money that is more digital if the technology allows us to be able to use it effectively. Okay, you guys, so that's the message for today, you guys. I hope you guys have a good day. If you guys want to get coached by me, link down in the description, join the Telegram chat and message me privately. Follow me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm posting short form content, talking about good plays that I like, things that I'm looking at in the crypto space. If you guys want to see more content like this, click the notification bell, subscribe, like, comment. I appreciate all of you guys, all the support that you guys have been giving me. I'm almost at 40 subs already, which is absolutely insane. I'm grateful for every single one of you. Have a blessed day. Videos will continue to keep rolling out, and let me know what you guys think in the comments about what I just said. Thank you.